Grade, I heard about the cadet program through some Metro Tech students that came into my high school, and they were talking to us about different programs that are available. I was really interested when I saw like the law enforcement program, but I wasn't able to get into it up until 11th grade. You do a lot of cool different things, like you get your security license, CPR license. You get to work and like meet different officers, and then after you graduate from that program, you get introduced to the police cadet program, and that's what I'm in right now.
There's two levels to the cadet program. We have the high school side of things, which is we do at Metro Tech and at Francis Tuggle. Essentially, we get juniors and seniors in high school, and we try to educate them on what law enforcement is and what it isn't. It's kind of just being a positive and encouraging part of their life, kind of mentoring them through whatever life's thrown at them. She came through a Metro Tech and did the 2-year program here for the cadet program. I came in almost 2 years ago. She was already established in the police department side of the cadet program. You know, she's always just been like a light in the world. You know, she's just very confident in who she is. She's very intelligent. She's got that servant's heart. She really does.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I'm like nervous and excited. Right now I'm more excited than nervous just because I'm still like a month and a half away, but overall I'm just excited because it's been something that's been in the works for years. It's not really common to see a Hispanic female in law enforcement. I'm actually the first that will be in my family with anything law enforcement. I know I can't change the world, of course, but I like to do my part in giving it my 100%, knowing that I could do something for the community. That morning, we all arrived early. We were all in our suits, and it was really cold that morning, and we stood outside maybe an hour.
Morning, sir. Yes, sir. Hurry up. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
I'm Major Balderrama. I'm the director of training here. I met a lot of you guys on family night. It's great talking to you.
So when they arrive, they line up in front of the door, and they're allowed in. They go into the classroom and they wait, and then come before 7:30, it's time to put up the flags, and they have to go line up formation.
You could see just in that first day, standing at the flagpole, she was already just confident. She knew what was going on. She knew what she wanted to do, and she was going to be just fine. And you could just see that in how she stood there, and the look on her face. And so I felt good about that, because like, she's going to be okay.
I did practice my 10 codes, my 100 blocks, because they were given to me by the cadet program. But as soon as someone's in your face yelling at you, what's a 1060 or something, it's like you go blank because of all the nerves that you have built up inside of you. And I said, I don't know, sir.
Nunez, number 23, ready for inspection, sir.
Go give me some new clothes.
I don't know, sir.
There's no reason to spend
I forgot, sir.
I like to think of it as inoculating them to stress. So obviously law enforcement is a stressful job with pretty much no safety net. But I have to be able to inoculate my new recruits to stress in a safe environment.
Every single thing we do has a purpose. We don't do something unless there's a purpose behind it. So the equipment issue is there's only so much stress you can induce on somebody in a controlled environment. So a lot of it's physical, a lot of it's yelling, it's a lot of it trying to work through a problem. So if you have a lot of external influences coming at you, yet you're being expected to show all your equipment, have it all, know what it all is, carry it all, it's going to be stressful. And if we can start the process of, hey, working through your stress to achieve an outcome, that's what we want to do.
Get my expensive equipment off the floor. Yes, sir. And stand up straight. Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, carrying the equipment, that was so stressful for me. The picking up everything was so stressful for me because I think I have little hands.
We expect them to work together as a team. We may have a few people in the academy who are just in phenomenal shape, and then we have several who are not. Those people who are in great shape, they're going to have to suffer along with those people who are not, because we expect you to work together as a team.
Punishments get on your bellies, your backs, you're not doing it fast enough, okay, again. You do 50, you guys weren't together, again. You guys counted wrong, again. For me, I've never shot a gun before, so now having a weapon like attached to me, like that's like kind of big for me because it's like I said, I've never shot a gun before. I've never even carried a gun before.
The initial part of that is you've got a firearm in your hand, and it's a controlled explosion going off, 2.5 feet from your face. So there's going to be a little bit of hesitancy there. It's all about learning to control that, starting with the basics with the recruits in the academy and trying to get them to a point where they're comfortable with their guns, and then we build off that to get them to a point where they're comfortable with them by the time they leave here at basic.
We were learning a lot of officer safety techniques on like not pulling the trigger, not jerking the trigger, our positioning, like our footing, just getting into the breathing techniques and just all little things like that. No, it was a lot of rounds. We shot a lot of rounds and it was a lot of practice. So after like a few days of like training, it just seemed natural for me to just take it out of my holster and point and then holster it back and knowing when to, shoot and when not to shoot.
It's about realizing where your red line is and how to push it. Because a lot of these individuals that come in here, including myself when I started the academy, I didn't know where my red line was. I didn't know how far I could actually push myself until I got in the academy. Was pushed harder and harder and harder, and the expectations got higher and higher. The first couple weeks of the academy, the first 4 to 5 weeks, it's again, team building, coming together, working to a common cause.
1, 2, 3.
We're in week 10 right now, so then we've came a long way, honestly. It's been very good, just coming together and just helping each other out, because just like when I do pull-ups, I struggle to reach the bar. I just have my classmates just push me up and then get to do it. So I might not be the fastest runner, I might not be the strongest, but I know that I want to keep going.
Ready, go!
Our DCDT program is de-escalation, control, and defensive tactics. Ultimately, the goal is to safely take somebody into custody in the safest way possible.
I was actually scared just because I'm smaller, and I did tell the instructor one day that I didn't know how to really handle it just because I'm smaller and I've never done this before. But he told me that even me as a short person, I can take down a really tall person with just good techniques and proper practice. So.
I'm the LADT coordinator, which is law enforcement driver training for the department. The whole goal of the program is to make our officers safe in the car, to make the citizens safe that we're driving around. We have courses, and our program is set up to teach our officers how to maintain control of their cars, to be precision drivers. Sometimes that requires them to do that at higher speeds.
I really enjoyed driving fast, learning different techniques, different driving maneuvers. They put out a lot of different obstacles, and we had to basically learn how to shuffle steer, learning to be careful during a pursuit, learning how to clear an intersection. Just driving fast is fun, so.
She's always smiling. Even though she may not look smiling, she always is. She doesn't think she's smiling, but her whole face is smiling. It's really cool for her to do everything she's done to get here and set a goal and accomplish that goal and be continuing to work towards the ultimate goal, just being a solely functioning officer, is awesome. And I think she totally gets the responsibility and weight of what this job requires.
We've been doing CDT from the beginning of Academy, prepping us to actual CDT block, and which is where I'm at right now.
No, I didn't do it. Why should I? Get on the ground. No, I didn't do anything.
Take it down.
It's very helpful because a lot of the stuff that we do, it all combines with how to escape from a chokehold or something like that, or how to take down someone, sprawling, just different things like that.
You show up on a call and you kind of exude this confidence out of yourself, and that does a world of good. Just their police presence.
Police!
Now, they get that throughout the academy. Mostly some scenario-based training that I think probably helps them with that more than anything else. When they have to show up, we pretend to be, a victim or a suspect or somebody they're having a voluntary contact with.
A lot of it is very intimidating because, for all the scenarios, they want us to apply everything we've learned from the beginning and just kind of apply it to scenarios. There's things that we've learned at the range, things that we've learned during CDT, or even learning how to take out our taser. That's what the scenarios are built for.
How are you?
What do you want?
I'm Officer Nunez with the Oklahoma City Police Department.
Officers are going to encounter people in crisis the moment they leave the academy. Answering a mental health related call is just as common as going to a traffic accident. And we put them through a design scenario with a role player, and then they actually have to resolve the issue or make a decision about whether or not that person needs a higher level of care.
It's a lot when it comes to just trying to help people, just because you don't know what mental state they're in. Some can be very aggressive, and just by talking to them, de-escalating the situation, you can just kind of bring that level to something so lower. Today is OC day.
You alright?
This is the worst pain I've ever had in my life.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm just ready to get it over with.
The OC exposure is not voluntary. Now it hurts like you wouldn't believe, but it's important to be exposed to that so you know what the effects are. So one, I know how bad it hurts when I do it to somebody else. And also, I know how bad it would hurt if they get my OC and try to get me with it.
Over here, Miss Nunez. Wait. Cover up, close your eyes. Open, open, open.
You got it.
Blink, blink, blink. Don't rub it. Elbows.
It was very rough. So for me, when I got sprayed, I immediately I was like, this is crazy. I got really dizzy after.
Good one.
Get back! Oh, I feel dizzy.
Come on, come on.
It's like I couldn't hear for a moment, but then I was like, okay, let me just stay in it. I just kept fighting, kept doing my strikes. But I had to push through. And if I ever get sprayed out here, I have to keep fighting. So. I'm almost at the finish line. It's just crazy to me to think that I'm here in this very moment just because it's something I've been wanting to do for such a long time. When I started academy, I was very nervous, and I was like, oh, these 7 months are going to be, it's going to take forever. But now that I look back, it just went like that.
Members of Class 146, please prepare for the badge pinning and come forward as your name is called. Deisy Nunez.
It was very overwhelming just because I got to see all my family together again. I was very happy to see all, the mentors together, all the people that have supported me along the way. So it was very emotional, but I was also very happy to be done with the academy and move on to the next step. Day one, I was very overwhelmed as well because you're drinking out of a fire hose. There's just so much information that you have to gather, and there's a lot of thought process behind it that people don't really realize. But I am getting better step by step, day by day. There's a lot of things that Academy taught me that I am applying to my everyday. It's a really big achievement, especially from where I started to where I'm at now. I said the journey's still not over. I still have a lot of work to do. The training's never gonna stop. It's always gonna be there. But to be able to say that I'm making it step by step, it's very good. So I'm very proud of myself for that. And I know my family is proud of me as well.